Here we go. That's the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Celeb City 5 fans, welcome to Celeb City II, coming to you live from the Sun International Times Square Arena in connection with TLB Boxing Promotions and ESPN Africa Boxing. Also brought to you by Vertex Events, Route of Fame, Bridge Entertainment, your professional headline bout for today, Cohen Ray versus Asamate Willem for the super middleweight title. And of course, the much anticipated celebrity bout between Pretty Ugly and Mufasa, Casper Nyovest. Introducing first, a female bout in the junior lightweight division. 8 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. Please welcome Cecilia Pizzani.
Cecilia's coming with a bit of motivation though, you know, she says she's married to boxing and she's here to take a dominant win.
She got 8 rounds to do this, and you know, Bokiwe Nonina is so good, so exceptional. She's been around the block a lot. You would have thought, you know, maybe she was going to be on to title ambitions, but here it is tonight, 8 rounds. Cecilia's got a chance to upset that work that Bokiwe's put in.
I think she's looking to upset indeed. She said she has lost 2 family members in the lead up to this fight. Her father as well as her husband, and you know, I think that's going to be motivation enough to come in here and put on the type of performance that might potentially get the win in her favor.
Yeah, look, if you need motivation, right there is the one that you said right there, Ricky Shabalala. And for those that have joined the live stream, it's Hayden Jones and Ricky Shabalala in the commentary box.
And now introducing her opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Please welcome Bukiwe Nonina.
Well, here at Celeb City II, we have a great female bout here, and here's the second part of the party, which is Bukiwe Nonina. And you can see she's always willing to put on a performance. She's always willing to come out and really do. Here's another chance for her to step it up in an 8-round contest.
And I can't wait to see her step it up today, Hayden. The Anaconda is the name she goes by. Is she going to strike or not? Let's see. But after a little bit of a layoff during COVID, she's come back with tenacity, and she's looking forward to reclaiming that elite status that she's been able to develop here over time.
And of course, she's been part of the TLB promotion stable for quite a while now. You see that she's repping that. Her coaches are repping the TLB, so she's been with Joyce. Joyce has helped her develop and build her. So she's showing her loyalty here tonight by taking on Cecilia Patsani.
100%, Hayden. And I love the way she's coming out here. She's looking very happy, you know, excited for this fight, looking like she's ready to kind of come in here and just do the job, right? She's calm, relaxed, and looking to operate tonight.
Yeah, looking to operate tonight. You can see she has her hair tied up right there. She's quite a character as well. When we were speaking to her outside the ring, we were actually having a lunch yesterday after the weigh-in, and she had a lot to say, and her and her opponents were actually quite friendly to each other, which was quite surprising.
Ladies and gentlemen, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring. Celeb City fans, are you ready? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. A boxer with a professional fight record of 8 fights, 2 wins, 5 losses and 1 draw. She wears the blue and black trunks, weighing in at 57.2 kilograms. The fighting pride of Zimbabwe. Please make some noise for Cecilia, the Brown Scissors Patsani. And now introducing her opponent fighting out of the blue corner. A professional fight record of 23 fights, 18 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, and 3 wins by KO. She wears the pink and white trunks, weighing in at 58.8 kilograms. Representing South Africa, please welcome Bukiwe Anaconda Nonina! Your referee for this bout, referee Linda Gageni, with judges Tando Kamlashe, Simon Mukadi, and Toto Treni Siplolendaba. Fighters, come together.
All right, well, there we had the referee instructions right there. 2 boxers about to throw down for the very first bout on Celeb Boxing.
Round number 1.
32, rather. Well, this is Casper Nyovest's big event that he's putting on today in association with TLB Promotions, and as you can see right here on ESPN Africa.
I like the way Nonina's coming out with her little pawing jab at the moment, Hayden. She's just kind of feinting there and trying to get a reaction out of Cecilia at the moment.
Yeah, and then you see Cecilia with also a nice little jab there, just down the barrel. But you're right. I mean, the utilization of the jab there from Nonina is key here. Funny enough, on her pants right there, it says fight like a girl, I think it says right there. And, well, if it's all action here tonight, you know, Nonina's all about it.
I love that, you know. She's setting the pace. She's got a nice little bit of emblem there that she's representing, and a wonderful right hand that comes over the top that lands on Cecilia's left-hand side there.
Yeah, Nonina, the seasoned vet, if you like to put it that way, in this fight. So it's up to her to really represent her standards here. Cecilia's just got to be the one to step up her game and, you know, change the tide of her career. Very calm up front in the beginning. No real risks being taken by either. Just been popping the jab. You've seen the one right hand being laced by Nonina in the early stages.
Yeah, just the opening stances, and the ladies seem like they're just trying to get comfortable with the range. You know, feel if, you know, they can touch each other and be out enough not to get hit. And I love the way they're both focused, They're just getting their shots off right away.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, that have tuned in on the stream right here on the YouTube channel on Casper Nyovest, is that ESPN Africa Boxing 22 is taking place on the 27th of October. Make sure you do not miss that on ESPN Africa Boxing channel 218 on DSTV.
It's the jab for Nonina that's going to open up a lot of opportunities. You see the double there, and then she was able to come with the nice striking right cross. So a beautiful way to open up other combinations.
Yeah, she's a thinking boxer. Well, that concludes the first round of the evening, and Nonina, I think, comfortably in control. Definitely had the ring generalship and just was able to navigate there. And Cecilia just looking like she's still trying to find her feet in this one.
Definitely had it. I mean, it's the first fight of the evening, first round of the evening, and I think the ladies just, you know, dusting the cobwebs off. So looking forward to seeing how they can come out in the second round. Maybe Cecilia will bring a little bit more heat and just maybe a little bit more dominance.
She's got to in this one as well, especially if she wants to beat the veteran Bokiwa Nonina in this one. The Anaconda doesn't wait for anybody. She strikes when she strikes. Seeing the Nonina, I'm just looking at the body language of Cecilia right there, just to see exactly what's going on. All right, so we're about to have a look at some of that slow motion action from that very first round.
Seconds out.
Well, it's going to be a very brief highlight package as we're about to step into the second round right now, but we can see a little bit of the movement around there from both boxers.
And you see the ladies just coming off to the center of the ring again, squaring off that jab right away from Nonina.
Nice side-to-side movement there from Cecilia, giving Nonina something to think about there. Oh, God, she catches her with a right. You look like Cecilia was hurt there for a second, but she looks fine right now.
I think she was a little stunned. She might have been able to move her head a little bit more and not have to take the punches directly. But as soon as she was able to come out of that guard position, yes, she definitely had that composure.
Do you know what it is, Rix, is that Cecilia's just a tad on the pace side. She's a bit slow, you know, and that's where Nonina's able to take advantage because she can see the punches coming.
Sure thing. And she's the shorter fighter, so she'd want to get in range to actually land and throw some effective shots. The feet are going to need to get moving, and she's going to have to find her way inside around that effective jab of Nonina's at the moment.
Yeah, she's circling at the moment, but with no real purpose. You know, that's basically why she's getting caught here. And for those people at home which are seeing, you know, the 2-minute rounds, it obviously takes place at all female bouts as per the BSA regulations. Oh, nice stiff jab there from Bokiwa Nonina. It's almost like she is an anaconda. You know, she's waiting, and then she stings. Nice route to the body there. You can feel that from the commentary box.
Yeah, she's really putting all the punches together, Bokiwa, that he's had. And she's got lovely hooks to the body, lovely hooks to the head, straight punches as well. She's bringing a variety of punches and almost, yeah, just kind of letting them go as she needs.
She's letting them go as she needs. You're right. She's in control of this fight. And I think that's the common denominator here, is that she's so comfortable, she doesn't need to throw unnecessary punches. All right, well, there's the end of round number 2. A nice, good round there for Nonina as well. Not really being tested at all thus far. You know, that's the thing about Pisani. She needs to step it up, and she needs to really give Nonina something to think about, because otherwise it's going to be, all it's going to be is one-way traffic. Let's have a look at some of that slow motion action from round number 2.
All right, so you see the jab coming from Cecilia, but that was quickly broken down by these solid right hands that just keep lacing her from Bokiwa's side. It's that little feint that she's bringing, and then that 1-1-2 that comes down the middle. There's a chopping right hand again.
Yeah, there's that right hand right there which stunned her, and then she managed to make a recovery after that. So I think Nonina may be missing a trick there, not knowing her punch was hurt, or maybe not trying to rush in and take an unnecessary punch. You know, that's also the other thing to think about.
Definitely. She's been in the ring quite a bit Nonina days, and I think she's composed enough to see when her opponent's hurt and take the opportunity if really necessary.
Round number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's cool, calm, and collected from Nonina in this one right here. Anyway, round number 3 underway, and let's see if Petsani brings anything in this round. Again, back to that educated jab, you know, just popping it out there. Nonina's just so good at that. Rix, have you noticed that Pesani's side to side is like she always comes back to the center? Yes, she goes side to side, but she always finishes in the same place, which for Nonina is a blueprint of exactly where you're going to finish.
100%, Hayden. What they'd say in the gym is get your head off the center line. Don't stay straight down the middle. You know, weave, bob, and get underneath that jab and work your way inside. The best thing for Cecilia to do right now is to get those feet going, maybe roll, and look to attack that body of Nonina's.
I just love the confidence there from Nonina. She doesn't even care what Pesani is doing right there. She just walks, and she's moving slowly, and she's doing everything casually. You know, it's almost like she's on the beach.
I mean, she's done this a lot of times. She's been in the game for quite some time now, Hayden. You know, 18 victories on her side, just 4 losses, a single draw, and then 3 KOs coming out of those fights. So she's had a lot of rounds to actually practice and be cool and calm in there with a lesser fighter, if you could say.
If you dictate Nonina's fight record right now, and you see there's only 3 knockouts, and she's moving at that pace, you can see exactly why there's only 3 knockouts, because she's not eager to finish the job when she has a task in front of her, which she should be putting away.
I'm sure, yes, that does highlight the little discrepancy earlier that you were saying about her not getting and jumping onto her opponent. But, you know, safety first, and, you know, I love to see classic boxing. So I don't mind if it goes the rounds. As long as she's performing the way she is right now, I'm happy.
Look, safety first, right? But there becomes an element of entertainment in this industry. Do you want to sell yourself as a boxer? Yes or no? And that's when you answer the question, do you want to make more money in this industry? Yes or no? That's what it comes down to.
100%. It's a brutal game, but it's entertainment, and you got to know exactly how to sell yourself. You're correct, Adam.
Yeah, so that was another round of the bag. I think no arguments there. Nonina definitely just taking another one.
Cool, calm, and collected for Nonina tonight. I like the fact that she's working that jab, she's going to her basics, and she's doing everything correct. Can't complain.
Everything except going up 1 gear, 2 gears. Yeah, but look, early days, we're not even halfway through this fight so far, so plenty time for her to go and show a little bit more of her ability there with only 3 rounds there. Yeah, interesting bout to start off the night as well with a female clash, 8 rounds. All right, well, let's have a look at some of that slow motion replay right there, and you'll be able to talk us through this one, Riggs.
All right, Hayden, so again, a nice little leaping uppercut coming from Nonina over there. Didn't land, and I like the footwork that came from Cecilia as she evaded that shot.
Nice feint there.
Good feint, good feint. She rolled, though, and Nonina was able to catch her with that short, choppy left hook. So she's going to have to get inside, cover that distance, and, you know, maybe pose a bit of a threat on the inside as opposed to right on the end of Nonina's punches.
Yeah, Nonina's got all the technical ability. Look at her. She's very calm, composed. Maybe it's Pesani as well who's playing her parts in this one, which is just not giving Nonina enough work. You know, Pesani's on the outside, not really wanting. You mentioned the early days about her being hungry, and, you know, she has aspirations as to why she wants to win. Pesani's not showing that so far in this bout.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And that jab that she just threw, Pesani, was the kind of jab she needs to throw, and consistently a hungry jab, something to show a little bit of vavuma here in this fight.
Oh, great right hand there from Nonina. Something that we've been calling for. Wow.
Very nice right hand. You can see it affected Cecilia there.
I see Nonina wanting to change that third KO. She's wanting to add another one to the resume. This is ESPN Africa. You don't get a bigger opportunity. Celeb City II. Oh.
Can she finish the job?
The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall here.
Cecilia's trying to fight back. She's fighting back gallantly, and actually, I think this is the fight she needs, but she needs to keep her hands up under the pressure. Hayden.
Well, she just pushed Nonina down. Nonina needs to get up quickly and keep her foot on the pedal right now, because momentum is with her. She can't ill afford to wait too long.
100%. As I say, that's a great break for Cecilia there. But she needs to get back on the punches.
There's that body work you're calling for right there.
I like that. I like that. I think when we saw the exchanges happening, Cecilia had a great opportunity. She was close enough, and she was landing punch of her own with a nice roll there that you just saw. So she can keep that closeness and make this a fight. Might be able to throw Nonina off.
You know, Pesani's recovered really well here. You know, I can't deny her. She's almost like she didn't get knocked down. You know, and I said the writing was on the wall there. It looked like it at the time.
She recovered incredibly well, and I love her sustenance. I love the energy. Big winging right hook coming from her as well here at the end of this round.
Well, interesting round. That obviously is going to be a 10-8 there to Nonina, but that's what we were. That's exactly what we were calling from Nonina. We wanted to see that. She gave us a little bit of something in that round. All right, let's have a look at some of that action from that previous round right there as we see the work being done by Bokiwe. There's that big overhand right, which managed to drop Petsani.
It was a devastating punch. You could see she reacted right away ahead, and there it comes again. Last overhand right that catches her right on the chin. Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful punches right there. Yeah, look, I mean, that was a shot. The opportunity was there, and she took it. And that's the mark of a class fighter like Nonina.
I think so, Hayden. You can see the quality. I mean, she might have just heard you in the commentary booth there, you know, giving her a little bit of back and forth on her knockout streak. So it's good to see that she stepped it up a little bit and gave us a little bit of a show.
I'm glad I can help. Actually, funny enough, we're probably closer to the Nonina corner than we are to the Petsani corner. So a lot of advice can be given this side. You can see the blood on the towel there. Petsani is just bleeding from her nose at the moment. Doesn't look too good. Roger is still in the corner there, Roger, her coach.
Looks like he's shaking his head at the moment. I'm not sure. Maybe she might have potentially broken.
Well, it looks like it's the end of the fight right there. The referee has called off the fight. In fact, Roger's called off the fight. And there we have a stoppage win for Bokiwe Nonina.
What a wonderful win it was. I mean, it didn't end in the best fashion, but she did everything she needed to do to get a dominant victory. And so I was very happy with the way it ended, but I would like to see another round at least.
Yeah, look, I mean, another round, but the fight was going one way, wasn't it? You know, that's we can agree on. I mean, Nonina looked relatively untroubled throughout the whole fight.
Sure.
I mean, time was time.
There was that single exchange, though, where Cecilia came back and again, she was bringing those punches. I just would have liked to see the adjustment, maybe her coming closer, getting some of her own shots off, and seeing if she could upset and trouble the current victor of the night.
All right, well, let's have a look at the fight replays from the entire fight right here. As we look at that, again, that big right hand, a devastating right hand. I mean, you don't get better shots than that.
What a wonderful shot, Aiden. And the force that comes down as you bend your knees into that shot, you could tell the way Cecilia took that shot, it was not an easy one. And yeah, man, she handled it well and came back.
I was very surprised with the recovery there from Cecilia as well, because she came back swinging like with vengeance. And she never looked like she was going to get hurt at all.
I mean, that's the kind of tenacity you're looking for in a fighter. This is a tough game. You know, these ladies have come here, they've prepped and they've trained for war, essentially. So I love that she's come back.
You see the crowd just appreciating her right there. You know, unfortunately for, you know, Petsani, you know, just her nose just being either broken or fractured has just caused an early night for her. But for Bokiwe Nonina, this is a big result because it's a stoppage result.
In a huge way, and listen, man,
Yeah.
Bokiwe herself has a lot of big aspirations. I know that she says she wants to look at Nozipo Bal, right? Nozipo Bal for a great opportunity at a belt, and who knows, maybe she can get that.
Yeah, you can see her just liaising with her corner there and having a joke, and we're just waiting at the moment just for the official result, but we're not there just yet. Yeah, just having a look at the last couple of seconds. The referee is ready. The boxers are ready. All right, well, there we are. We are ready. Let's head over to our ring announcer, Koto Ramopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to an end due to retirement and the beginning of the third round, declaring your winner, Bokiwe Anaconda Nonina!
Well, there we have it, Bokiwe Nonina right here getting the win by stoppage over her opponent, Cecilia Petsani, from all the way from Zimbabwe. A good result for Nonina, but a step up required now. You know, she needs to get back to the belts and she needs to go fight there. So we're hoping to see her in that next. But up next, we got Akani Sambo as he takes on Leighton Gloss for the Gauteng title. Unfortunately, Leighton Gloss coming in overweight, so he will not be eligible to fight for the Gauteng title tonight. But nonetheless, they will be getting in the ring tonight in a 10-round contest.
Get your weight. Yeah. Aí. Aí.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is scheduled for 10 rounds for the vacant Gauteng Bantamweight title. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Akani Sambo.
He's got Maboko, he's got Nyeko and Dekula. It's a good team as Team Hitfit right there. And yeah, you're right. I love the vibe there. Look at the coaches. They're getting involved. Look at Akani getting involved, enjoying his moment here.
Feels like a bit of a family, and I love, like you say, the coaches. They're ex-boxers themselves, so them being here probably gives Akani a lot of confidence and motivation that, listen, my team has been in this position. I'm sure I can trust them when I get to that corner and do the job that I need to do to impress the fans tonight.
And now introducing his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Please welcome Leighton Gloss.
Well, here comes Leighton Gloss. He's boxing. He has boxing in the family. He has MMA in the family. Of course, he's got his father, Leo Gloss, as well, who was a former professional boxer and mixed martial arts. And you have DJ Krill, a former IBF world champion in the family as well.
That's a huge background of individuals that you can look at for some motivation for tonight and just throughout your whole career. I think Leighton has done a good job in building himself up to the Gauteng title, but unfortunately losing it earlier this year. It's his opportunity to get it back again today, Hayden.
Yeah, losing it on the scales. You know, he has lost it on the scales again here. And of course, he's got a good coach in Harry Ramachodi as well in his corner right there. Good technician, I'll say that. You know, if you need a skills coach, you go to Harry Ramachodi.
You're 100% correct, and my apologies there. I remember he did lose it on the scales, unfortunately, yesterday, so he can't contest for this Gauteng title, which again, upsetting, you know, a youthful young man who's on the rise. Hopefully he can find a way to just get around this weight issue.
Yeah, it's either a change in weight division or a better weight cut coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee for this bout is Rian Janssen van Rensburg. Your judges ringside, Tandot Kamlashe, Linda Ngakani, and Cypriel Ndaba. And now introducing the fighter fighting out of the red corner with a professional fight record of 5 fights, 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He wears the green and gray trunks, weighing in at 53.4 kilograms. From Limpopo, but based in Gauteng, please welcome Akani Manyane Rimafia Sambo. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, your former Gauteng champion with a professional fight record of 11 fights, 8 wins and 3 losses. 6 wins by KO, wearing the red and black trunks, weighing in at 55.1 kilograms, fighting out of Gauteng. Welcome, Leighton Gloss. Fighters, come together.
Obey the rules. Shake hands to enjoy your fight.
Well, there we go. Have it from referee Janssen van Rensburg. Enjoy the fight. You know, as a boxer, you want to enjoy yourself out there. It's not just about you know, the brutal side of it. It's about enjoying yourself and really expressing yourself out there.
Got to have fun. Got to be in the moment and got to let your hands go. See, Leighton coming strong out the corner here, trying to get the action started early.
Yeah, right to the middle of the ring. We see that a lot happening up there in the States. You know, center of the ring means everything.
Beautiful jabs coming from both gentlemen, and I love the way, that Akani's mixing in those feints there, working down to the body, coming back upstairs.
Akani almost getting caught with a flush left hook right there. Lucky that one didn't land. You know, Gloss lacing it out there. Good movement there as well from Akani. I like his structure. He's got, it looks like a very compact, good boxer, good shot to the body right there as well.
Listen, if you don't know anything about these guys, you just need to know that you're going to watch a spectacle here tonight. Akani is one of those cool customers that, you know, he doesn't talk much, but when he gets in the ring, that's when his hands do the job. He's very technical as well, as you can see, but Leighton is no pushover. I think they're going to really clash here tonight.
Look, Gauteng title on the line right here. I mean, there's a lot to happen. I mean, 10 rounds here, but it's only available to Akani Sambo tonight because Leighton unfortunately did not make weight before the fight. But you know what? There's a lot to win and there's a lot to lose in this fight, irrespective.
I don't feel triple jab coming from Sambo there, and he rips that right hook to the body after a nice tap jab upstairs.
You know what it is? He's going down to the body really nicely. That's sort of his early game plan. You could probably see his corner issuing those instructions early days.
Sure thing, but you know, Leighton looks comfortable to sit, wait, potentially counter punch. He's looking for that left hook, which just landed now, but then got countered with a nice right hand from Akani as well.
Yeah, latent countering. That's his game plan right here. Early days, you can see the onset of him just trying to, catch and hit. And you're trying to see, he's trying to almost lay a trap for Akani. You can see a good crowd support right there for Leighton Gloss if you just have a peer over at the screen. The call is watch for the overhand from Leighton Gloss's corner.
So you see the little stutter step happening from Akani. Oh, and a big left hook right hand as he launches in.
You saw how Gloss set him up there. That was beautiful work right there.
Oh, and a nice little upper jab, straight right hand coming over the top of Gloss's guard.
I'm going to say this about Gloss. He's looking good in this fight. He's looking very, very calm. He's waiting for his opportunities. And when he gets there, Sambo's getting hit. And again. Good body work, though, from Sambo. That's his attributes in this fight.
I think both gentlemen are looking great at the moment. If I'm going to give it, especially coming to the end of the round now on a points decision, I think Sambo's going to maybe edge this one. He's done a little bit more work, landed a few more effective shots.
Good stuff from both gentlemen right there. Very close round. Saw some of Ramapodi's work coming out in Gloss there, where he's just able to make Sambo miss and make him pay. Sambo, early in the round, did a lot of great body work, which needs to be acknowledged. Yeah, well, let's have a look at some of that slow motion from that first round.
All right, so that double and triple jab coming from Akani there. Eyes wide open, looking for his next opening, and Leighton kind of getting a nice little jab off of himself, but then Akani again with that double jab in retaliation. It's definitely a battle of the jabs at the moment.
Akani looking like he had some problems with his eyes as well. You saw how he was blinking so much there. I don't know if it's just how he is, but...
Might have been a thumb in the eye, something of the glove. A lot of punches have been getting thrown and landed early on. So excited for the second round.
Excited for the second round. Well, this Gauteng title fight underway again, and it's round number 2. I'm loving how the loudest crowd support is always straight behind us. It's always beautiful to hear the atmosphere.
I think we've chosen a beautiful position here, but you got Sambo putting Leighton on the ropes, and he's just been putting together combinations.
Wow, what an escape that was as well.
Well, Leighton was able to use the ropes, bounce back on them, throw a little combination of his own, and then use his feet real well to just step out to the side, do a nice little pivot. So beautiful work on his side.
Beautiful body work there from Sambo. Just hook, right hook to the left hook. Both sides tapping him up, making sure Gloss knows that he's there. You can see already Gloss got some red marks there on the side of his ribcage from Sambo tagging him up.
Lovely, lovely right hook that is. I like that Leighton staying composed, eyes open. He's got a nice tight guard, so no shots are really going to get through.
Yeah, it's a tight guard. It's good defense there from Gloss. That's an attribute of his here. Oh, tight work there, and then the left hook. Sambo struggling to find a home for Gloss's head there. The guards are just so strong there from Gloss upstairs. He's finding a place downstairs, but upstairs is finding it a bit difficult.
And I think that's perfectly fine. As long as Sambo can stay calm, and relaxed, he'll chop down that body, and eventually he'll be able to work towards the head. The hands will come down.
Good pivot into a left hook there from Gloss right there. He was just able to use his angles really effectively there. Sambo good again, that straight right to the body.
Nice action-packed round here. These guys will start off strong, only in the second round of the fight.
They've thrown every single punch except for one punch. The uppercut. They haven't thrown the uppercut yet, but they've thrown absolutely everything else, which is fantastic. Sort of like the playbook.
Nice little check left hook coming there from Sambo. Beautiful movement from Leighton. And then another check left hook from Leighton. Hook for hook here.
Yeah, Gloss and Sambo is such a good matchup. Such an evenly contested one. There's a lot of skills on display right here.
Listen, man, I was very excited for this fight, mostly because I knew the background of both fighters. I knew the rise that they were on. And to put two guys together so early, so skilled like this, it's great entertainment for the crowd. But I think they'll both learn a lot from this, man. What a matchup.
What a matchup, a good learning experience. And of course, both of these boxers want to go on and do something with their career. So this is a very vital fight. Because it puts you in a position, you know, like Gauteng title. You know, it's rankings towards that SA belt.
That jab is so prevalent in this fight from both fighters. I love it. I love it. I think that's the basic of basics that you need here.
Is it Gloss just, you know, just getting a bit tagged up towards his left eye there? His left eye is not looking 100% right there.
Yeah, those jabs have been coming like nobody's business from Akani. He's thrown them in doubles, triples, quadruples if he has to. I think they've just been tapering that same spot over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that eye, I look at it and I'm like, that could become a real concern, particularly it's so early in the fight. You don't want to be hindered by that. But let's have a look at some of that slow motion action from that previous round.
And a big overhand right. I heard Leighton's corner calling for it. He then comes down to the body with the right hook and chops with the left hook. That's Sambo.
Yeah, you can see right there. And he's good at moving it around, and that's why he found that right hook, left hook. And that's where Gloss is getting hurt right there.
Round number 3.
Round number 3 rather underway.
And the two gentlemen come out rearing, both running out of their corners. Big shots being laced here by both guys. Some are looking for those hooks though.
Yeah, just correction on screen. I know it says round number 2, but it is round number 3 of this fight.
Ooh. Choppy left hook gets landed by Leighton Gloss there on the inside. Another one, leaping left hook from Leighton, and a big left hook from Akani.
Leighton's got to be careful when he pulls out in that position. You can't pull out straight.
He's got to keep those hands tight.
And his knees need to be bent, you know, in that position. You cannot be in that position.
Well, look, both corners are saying, you know, you got Leighton's corner saying, don't stand there, quit standing there. You got Akani's corner saying, let the hands go, you know. So both styles are working in each other, in their favor, right? If they can just pull these small things off from the corner, they can really capitalize here.
I think what's happening right now in this round in particular is Leighton's being beaten to the punch. When they're both jabbing, Akani's getting there first.
Yeah, he's been first from the get-go with that jab, and he looks the quicker, stronger fighter. You see the muscle and physique coming from Akani.
Yeah, Gloss is going away from how he started. You know, he was being a counter-puncher at the beginning, which was really effective for him. I mean, I know you gave Sambo the first round, but I actually gave Gloss the first round, just based off the higher percentage on his counters. But, I mean, equally so, Sambo's work rate is so very good. But if you're looking at the fight right now, it's Sambo that's taking over.
No, he's right where he needs to be, and like you said, he's dictating the fight. He's being first. That jab is working in his favor, but this is a perfect way. Oh, and the left hook that lands from Leighton there. The action's not stopping.
Leighton's got to do well just to keep tight like that and just use his punches effectively. Sambo is definitely a worker. He's not going to stay on the back foot. He's going to work. He's going to present opportunities like that, except you need to be a little bit quicker off the mark. But Sambo is not giving him time to think. You know, that's the thing as well. Like, you got this hand constantly in your face the whole time.
A triple jab, come on. And that overhand right's been a key weapon for Akani as well. I think competitive matchup right now. These two young gentlemen are doing great work to shine in this Gauteng title fight.
Oh, some great work there. And also, if you look at closely, Sambo has just been cut up by a great right hand there from Gloss. Brilliant right hand again from Gloss. Looking good towards the latter part of this round.
I see the cut you're talking about, and it's dripping along the side of Sambo's face, but I'm happy that it hasn't actually got into the eye to disturb his vision.
Right, it's running down the side. Sambo's got to be careful.
Big shots being laced by both gentlemen here in front of us.
Gloss came back well in that round. Very, very well towards the end. But look here. It's because Sambo is so open for that right hand that cut has occurred right there.
100%. I think the guys are taking advantage, but with the fire fight that's happening right now, any punch can land. Guys got to be tight and they've got to be focused.
Well, we can officially say that this is a fight, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of damage being done by either guy, but this is where they've got to turn up the nozzle a little bit. Right, well, let's have a look at some of that fight action from that previous round. Well, there we have it right there. Sambo coming in nicely, just sort of looking to assert himself more often there. But at some point, Gloss turns the tide. We weren't able to see it quite there, but he did turn the tide towards the end of that round with a good right hand, which caused the cuts to Sambo.
The rounds just keep getting hotter, Hayden. Best round we had the last round. Let's see how they come out for this next one.
I don't know whose blood it is, but it's sprayed onto the commentary table. Got a couple of droplets right here.
I think we've been blessed with the best. What an action-packed fight to start this evening. And again, I'm coming on that jab, being first.
Yeah, both guys had their moments in the last round, which is important. Again, another close one.
Nice 1-2 that comes from Leighton there. That right hand did land, not clean, but the viciousness behind the punch is what I was looking at here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know anything about the red title gloves, these are puncher's gloves right here. And you can see how much each power punch pays their dividends.
Wonderful combinations coming from Leighton on the inside. He dropped 2 body shots and come with that short uppercut. And then finish with a hook to the head. There's some wonderful things happening here. There, that uppercut again.
Beautiful work there from Gloss. That's what he should be doing. He should be sticking on the counter. Let Sambo come to him. Let Sambo work. Because Sambo is not changing his game plan. He's coming forward. He's looking to knock your head off.
I like the adjustments being shown by the young elite in Gloss. It's that jab, though. Who's going to win the battle of the jabs? Who's going to be first and who's going to allow their punches to land after that jab?
Yeah, it's like a chess match, isn't it, with the jab? The jab is the key.
It's a lost art.
Oh, great right hand there.
Nice 1-2 combo from Leighton.
And then Sambo looking to return one of his own there.
You got to wonder if, the work rates and the output that Sambo put in from the beginning, is it starting to show here in this fight, Hayden? Or is it just that he's not able to see the advantages he's got in front of him?
I'm noticing visible fatigue. As you mentioned earlier, I don't like talking about fatigue a lot in boxing, but I'm noticing it with Sambo. I mean, he had a great output early days. Well, good left hook there from Sambo, just falling a little bit over the mark, but it's just... He's not looking as snappy as he was in the beginning.
Yeah, doesn't have that snap anymore. I expect that. He's been firing from the get-go. But this is a 10-round fight, so let's see if that gas tank comes into play and he's able to get another, second bit of wind.
This is where it's important that his corner, a young corner like, Maboko and Indakula, really have a look at him and say, settle down, young man. We've got a fight to win here.
100%. If he can get on his feet, which it looks like he does have a bit of footwork, move around that ring, create a bit of distance, and then surprise Leighton here and there, he can actually taper off a bit, get his breath back, and then get back onto the intense fight later in this.
Both guys have damage to their eyes, but it seems as though the blood just runs on the side, as you said, not really affecting the vision, which is great, so they can continue doing what they're doing. But I'm sure the doctor's going to want to have a look at them at some stage, just to clarify for us.
Leighton's starting to develop a bit of a mouse on the top of his eye there by the eyebrow on the left-hand side. It's not bleeding, which is good.
Well, nice even fight. Gloss coming back into it in this round right there with some effective punching. Of course, Sambo with a work rate just tailoring off with his energy levels. Maybe he's just taking a break for a round as well.
I can understand with the onslaught that he is. I mean, there's some points in the fight where it looked like he was potentially putting Leighton on the ropes and could have, hurt him badly. It didn't happen. So maybe he's just trying to get his breath back and reset for another onslaught.
Wow, I love the ebbs and flows of this fight right here. It's moving. There's no time to take your foot off the pedal. The guys know they got 10 rounds. But, do they know they have 10 rounds? They're trying to almost end it nice on early days. You can see Leighton's eye is coming out a little bit there. You can see it's just swelling up, so you can put it that way. Got the cut there.
Yeah, hopefully they can get some ice on that. Maybe stop the swelling from getting too serious. It's going to be the cutman and the cornerman that have to get that done. But they've got Vaseline on there now, and hopefully that's going to allow the glove to slip off and not hit that target directly.
Well, beginning of the round, both guys being drenched in water.
Also roll there from Akani and then works that body.
Good jab there from Sambo.
Pops that jab and the Vaseline goes flying.
It's always the beginning of the rounds where that always happens, and then guys settle down, they get poured with water all over again. Good jab there from the body from Sambo again.
I like Leighton's head movements. He's looking at the jab. He's trying to work around and get it side to side and look for opportunities himself. Yes. Nice jab, right hook from Leighton as well. He needs to just get busier, it looks like.
Yeah, busyness is exactly what he needs to do, but he needs to be careful as well when he comes in like that. He can't just come. Sambo's too dangerous. The overhand right could be literally laced in that position.
Ooh, an overhand lanes from Leighton on Akani there. All these guys listening to us,
They're definitely listening to us. You know, the voices are so smooth, how could they not? But look, I mean, look at Leighton now. He's just working. Where he's coming forward like that, he's landing like that. But I'm still of the opinion that he should be reverting to the counter-punching.
I think so. The thing is, the onslaught from Sambo is so strong. It's so intense.
Good overhand right there from Sambo.
Yes, that when he comes in, you know, it might just freeze you up like a deer in the headlights. What do I do now as soon as these barrage of punches come out?
You can see Sambo's trying for that overhand right. He's identified that, maybe the corner's identified that as one of his weapons here. Because Gloss obviously has that cut over the left eye.
That jab is going to be the key for this fight. He's working up Sambo there. He's working down. He's doubling it up.
Another reason why Sambo could be just tailing off towards the end of the rounds because he misses a lot of punches in the early stages. He lands, but he misses a lot as well.
He can gas you in a huge way.
It's the missing punches, which there you can see Leo Gloss, the father of Leighton Gloss there in the corner, just shouting. Oh, he's joined the corner with Coach Harry Ramakhodi.
This is the type of fight I'm looking at Akani, you know, doing better at. Moving around, weaving, taking a few shots, getting back on his feet, and then using angles.
Akani there, just complaining with a shot to the back of the head. A highly animated Leo Gloss there in the corner. Obviously a lot of passion when it comes to family.
Nice uppercut, right hand that lands, and a big right hand that lands from Leighton. What shots coming from both gentlemen right now?
This is the first time Gloss has backed up Sambo onto the ropes.
Must feel that motivation from his father in the corner.
You know that Teddy Atlas speech when he gave to Timothy Bradley? That's the type of speech you need right now. We're firemen. We live in the fire. We breathe in the fire. No, that's the sort of type of speech.
100%. Go out there and get it done. That's exactly what he was trying to say to him that day. Tim Bradley, that is. And what a performance he put on after that. So
yeah,
I love that Gloss is doing this. I love that he's got his dad here. And these gentlemen are giving us a show.
While we're on that, I mean, a cornerman can bring you back from nowhere. We saw that as well with Sibanati Nonshinga when he was in Mexico and Colin Nathan brought him back with a 9-minute speech.
Yes.
9 minutes changed the life. For either of these boxers, they need a speech like that because a win here puts them on that level where they just creep towards the SA title. All right, well, let's have a look at some of that fight action from that round.
And the big round it was, that overhand right there, chopped down onto Akani. Akani, you know, upset about the way it landed, but it wasn't a forceful shot from Leighton. I think he was just looking for the correct shot. Unfortunately, he landed on the back of the head.
Yeah, he did land there, not intentional at all. He was just, actually, Akani stepped into that one.
He dipped down a little bit.
Yeah.
100%.
So, no harm, no foul. So long as the guys didn't get too injured in that instance, we move on. We're in round number 6 right here, right now. Between Leighton Gloss and Akani Sambo.
Big combinations coming from Akani. He always starts the round very strong. Big combinations, working up and down.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you don't miss the action. ESPN Africa Boxing 22 on the 27th of October. You'll catch that action. But this fight right here has been explosive.
Leighton's eye doesn't look like it's holding up to us. The swelling continues. And that big right hand around the side of the head. Overhand right from Akani that just throws Leighton off balance.
Well, that one was to the back. So they're like 1-for-1 now. They both hit each other to the back of the head. All spirit, love, and war. apologies for the language, ladies and gentlemen, on the television. They just had the corners just expressing their emotion.
Nice head movement from Leighton. You know, if he can just continue this head movement, slickness on the inside, and let his punches go a little bit more, he can turn this fight around a bit more.
Yeah, nice jab there on the inside from Gloss, but also Sambo meeting him with the jab and trying to land the uppercut there this time around. Gloss just falling short on that occasion, and then Sambo just able to get on the inside. You can see Gloss's family right there in full support of him.
You have to look at this fight closely, Hayden. Akani, you know, he's done the job from the get-go. He applied his punches early, he gained control, and now it almost looks like Leighton's just trying to find an answer. He's trying to find a way forward. He also needs to, yes, that jab, he needs to establish himself first and try and gain back some momentum. It's going to be hard. The slickster in Akani is having fun right now.
I'm finding it hard when I watch Gloss because he's changing between too many different things. He's meeting his Sambo in the middle of the ring, and then he's pulling back, and then he's pushing forward. You know, he hasn't found his identification in this fight.
Something to sit on, some consistency. Sit with something, see if it works. If not, let's move on to the next thing. Now you're jumping around. It's going to be hard to know.
You know, I really thought he was highly effective as the counterpuncher and Sambo coming forward. But for Sambo, you know, Sambo has found his place. You know, he's a come-forward warrior. He's someone that's going to be meeting you right there in the middle.
Definitely, but again, he's so athletic, and that's what I said earlier in the lead-up. The slickster, that man can move. He can step around. He can engage and disengage. So we really got to give him a big hand here for this. But what's looking like a bit of a masterclass coming from Akani-san.
Both guys bleeding ESPN red right now as they're going to war. Yeah, no masterclass, but with a pinch of salt.
Sure thing. Look, I can't take anything away from Leighton. He's coming out here and warrior intentions for sure. When I look at boxing and I'm looking at the technical aspect, I think Sambo's done a hell of a lot more here tonight. And I've got to give him props for that.
Well, Leighton's eye is almost fully closed at this point. I mean, perhaps a doctor should be inspecting, you know, having a look. I know that we don't want to stop a fight. No ways do we ever want to stop a fight. But when it becomes dangerous for a boxer, it could be something to look at. Maybe not this round. We do have someone in the corner there. It's a BSA official, but he's just checking up on regulations. There's Harry Ramakori trying to bring his man back into this fight. Of course, at this point, you do have to say that Sambo is probably the man that's up on the scorecards. But in a close fight, not in a fight that's one-way traffic by any stretch of the imagination.
You know, just looking at that eye in the corner of Leighton, it's such a tough one to have to manage, you know. We ask him to do all these things and give us more output. But again, the young gentleman needs to be able to see, you know. And the eye is completely closed now, so he's working with one eye. Gallant performance from Leighton King Gloss.
And that's completely different to Sambo's cut, because Sambo's cut is on the one side there, where it's just bleeding on the side. You know, Leighton's got a full-on swelling.
That's the thing. Hey, and he's looking a little sharper and crisper now, Leighton. Good head movement, nice short, crispy shots.
He's got a box. You know, that's the reality. Don't come in with your head like that. It's dangerous.
I like the weaving, I like the footwork from Leighton. If he can continue this, something can come of it. There's a short little left hook on the inside. He's pressing his opponent back.
Well, I think the one thing I've always liked about Leighton is technical ability. He's got it, you know. I've seen him in sparring. I've seen him in the ring. You know, he's got that flashy movement. It's just about when you put the big moments together, can you effectively get out of trouble? There's his cousin there, DJ Kriel, former IBF minimum weight champion of the world. Currently back in South Africa again training, so that's lovely to see DJ back on our soil.
What a wonderful one it is. He has his own career that he's built up here, and he's got, you know, Leighton who's holding it down here on SA soil, keeping the family name up on top, and doing justice here for himself tonight. But I'd love to see a bit of adjustments and a bit of pressure coming from King Lei.
You know, Leighton has done really well with his guards, right? So he's been catching a lot of the punches, but it's Akani's power that has been, when he lands the big shot, it's caused so much damage. You just have to be so much extra cautious.
Yeah, the power is definite, and Akani uses it well, man.
Beautiful jab there from Gloss. Got in, got out. That's what he needs to be doing more of, just like clinical boxing. Ooh, big overhand right there.
Man, I think it just keeps clipping that eye as well. It's very unfortunate where that cut is.
It's almost like it's sliding down every time he lands. It's not landing clean, but it's that side of the glove which can cause a cut.
100%.
Of course,
Slicing feel.
of course, we had the voice in the ring, Kotso Ramopo here, formerly with formerly sitting next to us in the commentary box, but today he's got Juicy's upstairs. Good to see him in the arena tonight. Up here in Times Square, Menlyn. But he is sitting next to us and listening to us, making sure that we're saying the right things. Brilliant punches there. Kani just controlling there. Nice jab, keeping Glass off of him.
These are two young warriors here, Hayden. I don't want to lie. Leighton has not taken a step back. Sambo has had to work.
Well, the referee is just... He's just calling them in real quickly. I thought they were maybe going to come check the cut. But he's probably going to tell them, the doctor, to come in here and have a look at it. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's having a look at it himself first. He's just examining.
That's the best decision right now, Hayden. I mean, we want to make sure that...
Safety first, right?
Exactly. You know, Leighton's been here for a long time in the game. He's given us some quality performances. The last thing we want to see is the young man injured.
All right, well, here we're having the doctor coming over and having a look. Just give us a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite a serious procedure, this. The doctor needs to make sure that the safety protocols are followed. All right, we're trying to get a closer look at proceedings right there. Well, the judge has deemed the fight to be okay and ready to continue. Ooh, big right hand there.
And overhand right, he keeps lacing it.
I don't think Leighton sees that punch coming.
No, that's what I'm saying. The abrasion over the eye is a big problem. These guys.
So if you Harry Ramakori right now, if you Leo Gloss, his father, who's in the corner right now, you're probably advising Leighton to try end this fight as soon as possible, because if a doctor steps in, that's the end of the fight. If a doctor deems you cannot continue, remember, legitimate punches were landed.
Exactly, 100%. You want to make sure that you end this fight now in your favor and don't let this go to anybody else's decision except for your own.
Well, we catch all the action, always great fights here on ESPN. Obviously, this will be streamed on Casper Nyovest's YouTube channel as well. All the action, just seeing his dad giving him some words of inspiration.
What a inspiration.
The signs don't look too good. The signs don't look too good. Looks like Harry Ramakori wants to call the fight. You saw the expression on his face. It gets to a point where it gets dangerous.
Seconds out, round
Well,
number 8.
they will continue. You know, Leighton's got a heart of a lion. You know, that's the thing.
He does. He has a heart of a lion. Obviously, we don't want to see him go through any more. It might be the last round they're giving him. Just from what his dad whispered in his ear. I don't know what they said, but it might just be, you know, them trying to pull something out of this right now. Oh, and then Leighton aggressively coming forward.
Yeah, it most certainly looks like they've given him one round that he left to really get the stoppage here or show them something.
Show them something, yes. Look, he's hungry. He's coming forward.
Yeah, that's that right hand. Nakani knows exactly what he's doing with that right hand.
And you know what? Leighton's made a great adjustment, keeping that left hand tight. Before he was landing clean that overhand Akani, but now it just landed twice on the guards.
Let's see big crowd support for Leighton Gloss as well in the arena, just pouring out behind us there. Ooh. They want their man to come back there.
Leaping left hook that lands for Leighton.
Nice angles there as well. It's almost like this has picked up his performance. The intensity, the moment.
Seems like he works well under pressure. Nice 1-2 again coming from him.
That eye really not looking good. You want to get to a situation where you could potentially lose your eye, you know, in that instance.
Look, I mean, there's been instances like that in the past where fighters have had to.
Well, you heard his father right there saying one more round, Leighton. I mean, that was a pretty distinct call right there. So that kind of puts things into perspective.
Yeah, they want to end this fight, and they want to make sure that they can potentially get this victory, but also just keep their fighter in good nick after this fight.
He's got to let his hands go as well. Beautiful jab there. Akani landing on the button as well right there. You know, every time I see Akani landing a punch, I'm just thinking about the eye. It's hard not to.
No, 100%. That's the only thing that's been in my mind from the moment he got the cut. And but I've got to give it to Leighton. He's managing it so well. Adversity is something that he's able to come through, and it just shows a lot in the young man's heart, and also just him being able to hold his boxing skill through this intense atmosphere right now.
It's very intense, right? And Akani is not the type of guy to let you off the hook anytime soon. You can see his work rate is relentless.
Not at all, not at all.
Beautiful, beautiful right hook to the body there from Sambo. And Gloss with a beautiful left hook right there. Look, of course we want the next 2 rounds to continue. You know, it's
For sure.
It's a good fight right here. It's been a very technical, tactical fight.
Put us on the edge of our seat right now.
Okay, we've got 10 seconds left in this round. Let's see what comes of it. All right, so there we have it. Round number 8 in the bag. Let's see what happens this time round.
Very competitive round from Leighton Gloss this particular outing. And I think he answered the question of his corner. Give me one more. You see Akani jumping up on the ropes though.
Well, they've called the fight off.
It looks like a bit of a confusion though.
No, look, Leighton's request was not granted. Well.
No. Looks like okay.
Harry's called it. Harry Ramakhodi has called it. He doesn't want to see any. Look, it's the eye. It's not like Leighton, like, he deserves to be stopped or anything like that. He's a really good boxer, but when you get an injury like that, there's just nothing you can do about it.
It's a hard call to have to take, but I think the best measure, that's just got a lot of time on his hands.
You hope you have a coach like Harry Ramakhodi who can pull you out of that situation. You fight another day. The career's long, it's not over yet.
Definitely. I've personally been in that position myself and felt like I could have had better advice at a tough time in the ring. It's not a good way to go out, Hayden, and I'm so proud to see how the team came together and made that decision. The fighter's got a big heart and he's not going to back down for anybody.
Well, you can see Leighton's very upset, but of course today is now about Akani Sambo. He's the guy that's getting his hand raised.
And what a victory in Akani's side. He had a standout performance here tonight.
Very, very good performance. Sad commiserations as well for Gloss. He didn't want to end the fight. But this is the man of the moment, Akani Sambo, proving himself. He is the new Gauteng Bantamweight champion. All right, fantastic. And you can see how excited the young corner is right there.
I mean, I'd be hugely excited. Getting your opponent to stop in their corner is a huge feat. You're able to catch him with a shot that opened up the arm. And he took advantage with those overhand routes that just kept coming, landing effectively. It was a little late in the round where Leighton made the adjustment, kept his left hand up tight and made a little bit of a movement adjustments. But look, however it went down, we've got to give AK a big well done on a stunning performance here tonight.
Well, this is not the end of the road for Leighton Gloss. As we said before, maybe he needs to change up a few things within his camp. Maybe he needs to, do a little bit of extra work on the weight cuts, or alternatively change his weight division, find a home where he's feeling a lot more comfortable. One guy that's comfortable right now is Akani Sambo. He's the new Bantamweight Gauteng champion. Obviously, he's originally from Limpopo, but he's done enough. He's lived here long enough to be able to qualify for a Gauteng belt, and congratulations to Akani. You can see Nyeko Ndukula there in the ring there. Just so excited for his man. He's been in that position as well. And there's the heart of a lion there. Leighton King Gloss coming over there, just saying apologies almost to his fans. Just giving a wave.
No need for him to apologize. He's done a great job here tonight, and obviously he's going to feel heart sore.
All right,
but he's done his thing, man.
All right, well we're done with that, and we're about to get to the decision. Let's head over to our ring announcer, Kotso Ramopo. Well, not quite yet. Almost there. The referee is just waiting for something. He's waiting for the official time or the round. We don't know what the referee is waiting for, but he's waiting for something. All right, well, without further ado, let's head over to that decision with our ring announcer, Kotso Ramopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to an end within the distance as Leighton Gloss is unable to answer the end of round 9. Declaring your winner, Akani Manyani Mafia Sambo.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, here to present his belt, please welcome the provincial manager of boxing South Africa, Mr. Shoks Ramahole. And of course, the reason we're here, the head of TLB Boxing Promotions, Ms. Joyce Kungwani.
Okay, well, there we have it. The official Gauteng champion right there, Kani Sambo right there. Congratulations to that man. Let's see what he does. It's one step towards an SA title shot in a very, very, very strong division. All right, well, up next we have Garrigan Daigon. He'll take on Zipiwe, the chain reaction conqueror, in what is to be a mouth-watering contest. Of course, both guys came in at a catch weight. They both missed weight by a couple of grams, not too much, but you know, it's just too much for the little guys right there. And they agreed, let's just do this fight anyway. You know, they don't want to make excuses. Let's do it. Zipiwe is the man from South Africa. Daigon, the man from the Philippines.
And I love it. I love that they both said, listen, let's just keep it at that. We'll come get the job done and put on a show tomorrow night. And then I'm sure it's going to be an exhilarating one coming from these two gentlemen tonight.
You know, and one of the things, I mean, Garrigan is one of the youngsters in the Philippines. You know, 8 wins and 3 losses, coming all the way to South Africa in what is to be a serious contest. You know, that's to go away from home at such a young age is a big feat, and he's about to get there tonight.
Sure thing. I mean, it's been all business, no talk from this young man in the Philippines. So look forward to seeing him tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is scheduled for 10 rounds in a catch weight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Garen Diagan.
Well, here from the Philippines. Of course, the Philippines, an extensive boxing nation. You know, they're often traveling out to South Africa, and South Africa versus Philippines almost become, you know, almost an interprovincial more than an international type fight, because we've been fighting them so many times.
100%. I mean, I wanted to say he's been fighting on enemy soil, but it feels like they're part of us now. You know, we're a unit. However it goes down, with a nice explosive gentleman who's going to be coming in here today and showing us some class, boxing skill.
Yeah, no, beautiful, beautiful. 8 wins and 3 losses. 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. You can see the quality that's on him, and you know, Zipiwe is going to have his hands full tonight because this is a southpaw, a dangerous, dangerous southpaw.
He has had an all talk, no business as he makes his way in the ring here tonight. They're sporting the Filipino flag, proud nation, and yeah, very excited to see the slickster in here tonight. How can he perform against our chain reaction Bongo?
All is to be seen here tonight. Can Daigon upset Zipiwe?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome Zipiwe Congo.
Well, here's the man that goes by the name Chain Reaction. He goes by the name Lakastil. He is the main man on the stage. 20 wins, 6 losses. He formerly fought for the WBC world title in Thailand. And the only thing we're missing is him walking on the stage right now. Sort of a dramatic pause from Zipiwe, keeping us all in anticipation, WWE style.
I like that. Which part of the arena is he going to come out from, Hayden? But I mean, while he makes his way here, Sampiwa has been unfortunate in regards to, you know, fights falling through, happening, and now this one's happened here tonight. I'd love to see him take advantage. He did take the opportunity with open arms.
He was on Celeb City 1, funny enough, which happened at the Sun City Super Bowl. So, I mean, this is his second time. Every time there's a celeb event, Sampiwa is finding himself on that one. I think the problem that we're having is that the wrong entrance music is being played, and Sampiwa is very particular about what he walks out to.
I think that's fair. You know, fighters have music that they've prepped to play. It gets you in the zone, and you know, if it's not my music, I'm not coming out.
Well, I'm going to have to redo my entrance all over again. But let's have a look at the build tonight. So far, we saw Petsani versus Nonina. We've seen Sambo versus Gloss. Out of those two fights, which one would you pick as your favorite?
Definitely Akani Sambo versus Leighton Gloss. What a matchup from the two young gentlemen.
What a matchup from the two young gentlemen. Unfortunately, Gloss having to have himself stopped.
All right, and you know, unfortunate one in that regard, having to stop him in the 9th round in the corner. But Akani definitely pressed the action from the get-go, and yeah, man, I think he deserved it. He deserved that stoppage victory.
Yeah, a good one for him. He's the Gauteng champion now. Well, here we go. The chain reaction in the building. Here's the song. Oh,
I know why he waited. Mendoza, what a track.
What a track. Mendoza in the building. Sampiwa, the former WBC contender for the minimum weight title. He's on his way to the ring with his trainer, Colin Nathan, Shannon Stratum. He's doing the business here. The building goes electric when this man walks in. Lacha Steel, chain reaction.
They already know what it is. He's been out on the stage before. He's given us beautiful performances in the past. I don't think it's going to be any different here tonight. It's a big stadium, and I can't wait to hear the roars from the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, the officials are in the ring, the fighters are in the ring. It's now time to introduce your ringside officials, your judges, Toto Shweni, Rian Janssen van Rensburg, and Muledi Malokani. Your referee in the ring today for this bout, David van Nieuwenhuizen. And now introducing your fighters. Your first fighter fighting out of the red corner, with a professional fight record of 11 fights, 8 wins and 3 losses. He wears the blue and white trunks, weighing in at 48.1 kilograms, the fighting pride of the Philippines. Please welcome Garen Demi-Press Diagan. And introducing his opponent fighting out of the blue corner with a professional fight record of 26 fights, 20 wins and 5 KOs. He wears the silver and red trunks, weighing in at 48.2 kilograms, the fighting pride of the Republic of South Africa. Mzansi, put your hands together for Sampiwa. Chain reaction. Congo! Fighters come together.
Round number 1.
Watch the left hook. I'm telling you, stay tight. Don't leave. Let him come on to you. Your positioning's good. Stay there. Stay there. Trigger on it.
Jab early on, and just trying to get his head moving side to side at the moment as he feels our contour.
Yeah, it's up to, Diagan to really come in here. Look to find some momentum, because you're going to want to keep this crowd nice and silent, nice and early days. You don't want Sampiwa to get on top of you.
Good. That's what you want to do. Create the distance. Don't lead on. Don't lead on.
And yeah, Colin Nathan saying don't lead on with Sampiwa. No, he's obviously got a dangerous overhand, does Diagan.
Quick hands, trigger. Change your levels. Good.
interesting stuff, you know. It seems like St. Peter is doing all the little things correct at the moment. Edging forward just enough, little short feints, quick snappy jab there, as you can see, and just trying to slowly edge in for maybe a bigger shot later down the line.
Yeah, you know, like a steal, he's trying to lay the trap, you know, he's always looking to do that. And that's what he's doing right there. He's not going to come forward and just try to bomb you out. He's going to sort of look to set you up.
They're both taking shots at each other now. A nice little overhand left that was thrown there to the chest of Simbeo Konko earlier in this sequence here.
Yeah, his jabs are coming over the top, just spotting a little bit short of the mark. It's quite tactical instructions, you know, don't walk onto a shot, you know, and some people is listening.
I think when you've got your coach in your corner and you guys have been practicing so long in camp, it's probably the only voice that you can hear at this point in this arena, right?
Yeah, it is, and you can see he's sticking to it. Of course, the red punches gloves are out again, so we can expect some high volume mileage on the face.
I think Konko's managing this range really well. Not only is he not stepping on, but he's also pulling out just enough. He's weaving off, rolling away from punches. Small things that are happening here. Again, that pull just lands on the shoulder. He's able to pull away just enough and then weave out, so he doesn't have to take the onslaught.
You know what it is with Sampiwa as well? It's just the small movements with the feet. You know, he's just moving side to side, keeping things really minimal.
Inches.
Inches, yeah, and exactly, and that's where you land. You know, Floyd was a master of inches.
A game of inches. When he fought Canelo Alvarez, that's Floyd Mayweather, they were both equal on the hand speed, I believe. But the difference was the feet. Floyd was able to get in and out so quickly that it just allowed him to set up better punches throughout the fight.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's a master at that. And, you know, Sampiwa is really good at that as well. And he's come in really well under Nathan with that ability. Of course, he fought Heki Butler many moons ago and came up short because of the footwork. But ever since he moved up to Gauteng, the footwork has just become so good.
They're focused on it.
They're focused on it. He's got a game plan now. Well, there we had a very, you know, I would say uneventful first round. You know, there wasn't much to call there. You know, both guys were just feeling each other out. A bit risky to take a chance there.
You can't. You can see the physique coming from both men. They're definitely trained. They're ready. One shot can change this fight. So you have to edge in very slowly and slowly, tactically break down each other as the fight goes on.
And obviously, Die again right there, not opting to use the stool. He's a standing man, you know. We see this more often than not lately, you know, the whole standing thing, psychologically, you know, just being stronger. But then you see like Sampiwa and his team will always opt to use the stool, you know, take advantage of a rest period. All right, round number 2 underway. Both men meeting in the center of the ring here at Celeb City II. It's the second edition in association with TLB Boxing Promotions. And of course, broadcasted live on ESPN Africa. Nice work there. A little bit of some substance there from Die again. Caught him with the right hand there was Sampiwa.
I like that, and he started that combination with the double slip. He didn't even punch, he just slip, and then went into his combo. So just moving the head initially, using defense, and then coming in nice and aggressively on the attack. Just parrying that lead hand of Dagan. You got Sampiwa, it's parrying it, just knocking it off, knocking it away. That lazy jab, and then punching over the top.
You know, Sampiwa fought a guy by the name of Joey Kanoi a couple of years ago in Mthatha. And I don't know if it was in Mthatha, maybe it was up here in Joburg. But either way, he didn't really do well that day. And it's feeling kind of like that as well, where he just can't get his gaps. He's not taking his opportunities.
Oh, you know, I don't know. Early in the fight, so I don't know what I can say about it. And I feel like it can unfold this fight into anything as of now. And, oh, there you got a straight left hand that comes from Dagon even between the action here.
Yeah, the one thing Sampiwa is really good at, he's bleeding from the nose now, is distance control, you know. That's what that's what he's been focusing on in this camp.
Right hand tight, right hand tight.
He's going to have to be very disciplined to perform the game plan that they've practiced, because it looks like it sounds like quite a technical one from what we're hearing in the corner here.
He's got to be careful with his head right there. He's been susceptible to cuts in the past. And I don't know if you noticed right there with his left hook there against Dagon. It's almost like how he sets up 24 when they fought. And that's where Simpiwe really made his name back in East London.
Sure thing.
Phenomenal. Knockout of the year, that one. And then Simpiwe's hard reel. It's a left hook.
And Raukut comes over the top from Dagon, and then Simpiwe kind of rolls it, takes the pepper off the punch because he dropped his head down. Early days, you know.
You've got to take his nosebleed with a pinch of salt. His nose does bleed really easily, just for people out there that don't know that. It just takes 1 or 2 jabs and it opens up like a tap. Side to side, nice movement there from Simpiwe. Just making sure that the left hand, great jab over the top there. And again, following up with another great jab there. A little bit better from Simpiwe now in round number 2. Towards the latter part. Got to be careful that right hook. That it's like almost like a looping right hook.
That it is. You know, what an exchange of techniques. A wonderful little chess match that's going on here between these two gentlemen. I'm quiet because I'm just watching in awe of the small little movements that are being made and adjusted to as the round goes.
There we have it. Obviously, the VIP is still to fill out. We can imagine most of those VIP seats are going to be due for the main event, Casper in your vest versus Pretty Ugly. But we have got a crowd in some of the upper seating as well when I talk about the crowd being full here tonight. So, yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. There's some of the supporters here tonight onlooking this very technical minimum weight fight.
Incredibly technical. And you got Gavin that's now taken the stool. After the first round, he was standing. Now he decides to just take a bit of a rest in the corner there. Not sure if that's a technical adjustment from their side.
Well, this is it. I mean, you got a young man looking to establish himself, take out a big name in the form of Simpiwe. And then you got Simpiwe, who on the other hand has got to establish himself. He wants to fight for the big belts again.
Keeps tapping that jab and then shooting over with his own jab.
I like Dagon's style though. It's a very nice style. He's very dangerous. You're also seeing it as well. I know you're watching quite intently there, Rix. But beautiful jab there. That was just a case of Simpiwe beating him to the punch there. You could see the Dagon's trying to set him up for the overhand, and he lands it on that occasion.
And there again, he reaches for it, tries to come back with a nice little route hook, doesn't land. But he's intentful when he throws that punch.
Slow start from the chain reaction. There you are, he's touching, but there Dagon as well, coming up, just not landing there, but showing intent. Oh, great jab there, just meeting him in the middle.
Yeah, straight left hand coming down the middle there, catching Konko. It's the counter punching coming from Dagon right now, and the footwork that he's implementing side to side, and he leaps in with that left hand again.
You saw that left hook that Simpiwe was setting him up for right there. Just as he's in the middle, getting the young man sort of confidence. That's when Simpiwe is going to land. There we go, the teammates, DJ Krill in the crowd, Iviwe and Gamma and Frank Sam, all looking on. All teammates, all sparring partners. You know, Simpiwe brought Iviwe and Gamma into his camp for Southpaw sparring for this fight. So it's been implemented, and he's been working on certain things that, of course, Dagon has been bringing to this fight. It's that overhand. Iviwe and Gamma are so good at the overhand left.
Oh, and you can see why it was a punch they had to prepare for. It keeps coming, it's accurate, it's strong, and it just comes out of nowhere. You can just start with it after a combination. He's very creative with that overhand left.
Brilliant work there from Simpiwe.
A nice tap and then jab over the top. Nice little angle from both guys as well. These short, small exchanges are going to be the difference here tonight.
But look at when Dagon goes. He goes in. I don't think he landed any of those. They caught a lot of those on the gloves, but loving the intention. Beautiful there to the body there. Finally, Dagan getting a slipping one in there. Simpiwe side to side. That's his good one of the features of his style. Keeps moving, keeps busy, makes it very difficult for you to take a risk.
And a right hand to the body that lands from Simpiwe Kongto at the end of that round, just on the bell. Nice shot that landed there.
Yeah, that's where he sort of looked better towards the end of the round. He's starting to show something. As we can see, we got some people from the Philippines in the crowd. They're just waving the flags in the front row, right in the corner of Dagan.
I love that the supporters come across the world, all the way to South Africa. And, you know, the Philippines are a strong nation. They've come here time and time again to put their stuff down. And I can say Dagan's not doing a bad, not putting on a bad performance for his people right now.
No, he's coming out to fight. He's more showing the intent in this fight. You know, Simpiwe, it's not in his nature, it's not in his fighting style to be like, to go out there and blast his opponents. You know, he isn't a Sibe Nazi non-Shinga. You know, that isn't his style. You know, Sibe is on the front foot. A lot of people expect that. This man right here is a counter-puncher. You know, you're going to see a lot of technical work from him. You know, you're not going to be wowed with knockouts.
For sure. Lighter weight classes as well. But I'm very happy to see a technical match and a showdown here today.
Round number 4.
Indeed. Well, here we go. Round number 4 is underway. Let's see what happens. Let's see what each guy's bringing into this one. A lot of respect. You know, that's the number one thing I've been seeing so far. You know, yes, Dagan is a natural style is to come forward. You can see he's a come forward fighter, but, you know, he's not just marching in there. He landed effectively.
Side to side, yes. Smart stuff, there you go.
I think Simpiwe was really able to come forward and edge forward with that short, tight head movement, those rolls, those feints. You know, he's presenting enough of a creative target to keep Dagan thinking.
He's just waiting a little bit too long in Simpiwe sometimes. He's feinting about, you know, 5-6 times and not releasing, you know. He just needs to... And you can hear Colin Nathan, trigger. Wants him to pull it. Careful there. That was another one. Dagan growing in confidence.
I wonder if trigger means more so trigger reaction from your opponent as opposed to let your hands go.
So you're saying feint?
Yes, because he's stepping on that front foot every time Colin says it, and he's stepping hard. So he might be wanting to trigger a reaction from Dagan, see the reaction, and then attack after that.
That's a valid point. You know, I thought about that as well, but, you know, from our perspective, I want him to pull it.
Of course. No, I mean, I also wanted to see that trigger. Don't worry, brother. I'm with you.
Yeah, he needs to shorten the distance because this is where Dagan's going to be walking away. Yes, he needs to pull the trigger. Yes, he needs to trigger, but he needs to get in closer to cause that reaction. If he triggers from too far out, he's not going to get the reaction.
Exactly that. This game has been fought at the mid-range, so close enough to get hit, but just out if you're able to pull your head back to not get caught. So a very tactical match from these gentlemen, and that right or left hand to the body coming from Dagan as he weaves off with the feet.
Good left hook there from Simpiwe.
And a nice roll.
Yeah, he timed that one and got under it, and I think that was so important. You know, you hit and don't get hit. And unfortunately there he got hit. That was beautiful work right there. He landed the right hand, got under, held. That's just tactically how you're going to win the rounds of Simpiwe right now. That right hand right there landed there. Dagan just sneaking in punches.
He does well with leaping in at those legs. He'll let you kind of relax on the outside or at the mid-range, and he'll just launch in with those legs and a quick flurry of maybe 3-4 punches at a time.
Of Dagan's 8 wins, 4 of them have come by way of knockout, so he does possess punching power, and we all know the competition on the continents from all of the smaller nations. There's a lot of guys that just won't want to be knocked out, so we know that punching record is a very good punching record. Well, there we have it, another round in the bag, a close round, and that's how are you seeing this one so far?
Very tight right now, Hayden. I mean, I feel like I could give Dagan the end of that round for sure, and whether he can continue that momentum.
Right, let's have a look at some of that slow motion action from that round right there. As we see the trigger movements there, catching that one, but the right hook afterwards with the follow-up punch was the one that he didn't have security for. And that's where Diagan's just getting it right in the early exchange.
Nice little weaving head movement from Konto at the moment. That, yeah, there's it again. That hook that gets caught on the gloves. Just scrapes off the shoulder. It's that leaping forward though from Diagan. He surprises you when he launches in with punches like that.
Seconds out, round number 5.
That he does indeed. You know, some people have seen this before though, which is a little bit concerning. You know, he's been there and done that. You know, he should be, you know, negating those sort of threats. Nice jab there from Diagan there. Sipiwe needs to go back to side, getting in, using his feints like that, but land just a little bit short.
He looks a bit more energetic, a bit more active this round. Konko there is like he wants to come forward and establish something.
Trigger, not doing the same look.
Nice attempts at the jab right there. Yeah, there, effective defense there, didn't get hit there, and he landed a good left hook there as well.
Well, energy right out the gate from Konto, coming forward, pressing his opponent, wanting something to happen. I think that's a good thing for him right now. There he is again, leaping with that left hook of his own.
Trigger.
Right hook being landed there from Diagan.
He was just rubbing the nose there on the clinch. Still bleeding slightly.
Sipiwe, the former IBO minimum weight champion, you know, he's got a lot of credibility behind him, and former WBC contender. You know, this is a man that's he's been there and done that.
Good shot, nice.
Just looks a bit frustrated. You know, you look at the look on his face. You know, he's not going according to how his script at least.
Yeah, that's where the adjustments are going to need to be made. I saw him come out very intentful this round. You know, he's trying to get a bit of rhythm. He's trying to get a bit of momentum. Diagan's not making it easy, though. He's a tough puncher. And when you get on the inside with him, he's also willing to muscle and wrestle you. So it's going to take a lot of energy to fight this guy and fight him effectively over this, you know, 10-round battle.
Yeah, and obviously he just landed the double left hand there just while you were talking there. You know, Diagan's got a lot of tolerance. A big right hand there from Sipiwe, the biggest punch he's landed so far on this bout.
And snapped the head back there of his opponent. Beautiful shot that landed there.
Straight down the middle, right hand's down.
And Diagan comes with his own.
Close on it. Quick hands on it. There you go, good shot.
It's the heads that they got to be careful of right here. How many times have you seen their heads almost collide, come together? Sipiwe's weapon will be the right hand. Diagan's weapon will be the left hand. It's an obvious from this point onwards. Sipiwe's got to employ the feints a lot more. He's got to land. He's been falling a little bit short thus far. He's got to keep up his work rates. It's looking a bit flat at the moment. Landed the big right hand. Thought it would spur him on and wake him up. Well, I think that was a Sipiwe Konko round right there. I think he definitely won that one. Good right hand there. I think that's sort of a snapping the head back. Took the round.
You could potentially say that, you know, the way I'm looking at this fight right now, I can't. It's been so technical, so back and forth. I'm giving both guys props for what they've been displaying here today. The power and the explosiveness off the legs from Diagan, and then Sipiwe Konko's attack and aggression that he turned up from that last round. It's beautiful stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this now moves in as we go forward.
Interesting to hear what they're saying in the corners there. You know, obviously, you know, Colin Nathan has got a lot of tactical instructions right there.
Seconds out, round number 6.
Often they say less is more, but in this instance, more is more. We need to see more action, more high percentage on the landing, and just more. Hopefully this is the halfway point of the fight. Hopefully at this point they're going to both turn it up.
A bit of a clash in the middle over there as they both collide the boxes.
Watch the counter afterwards. Watch the counter. He's trying to set you up with the left hand after the right hand. Keep trigger. Keep putting the trigger on it. Yes, again. You there, boy.
Tigan's looking for that body shot. He keeps throwing the straight left downstairs. Almost a tactical move. I think he's trying to get Kongto's hand down. Maybe get him used to blocking with the elbow. And then when it's down, he'll just revert back upstairs again.
Yeah, so you mentioned it earlier. Sampiwa keeps, going at his nose. He's feeling uncomfortable. Just keep going, and he's wiping it on his gloves.
It's still bleeding. It hasn't stopped bleeding from the moment it started.
Trigger. 3 point, come on.
Looked a bit low, that one.
A little low. He didn't react too much to it. Nice combinations coming from Dagan again, and he's ripping that body with the right hook and then coming with the straight punches upstairs, starting with the left.
It's a good round here for Dagan right here. He's landing those hooks, those wide punches, really effectively. You're right, the body work from him has been really good. And there again, coming over the top. There's some POS smothering him, trying to push on the back of his head. It's just that Sampiwa is looking a bit frustrated, and I've noticed that from the onset. Brilliant left hand there from Dagan.
Yeah, he's really finding a home for that left hand now, and it might be the blood coming from Bonko's nose. It's somewhat of a target at this point. Motivating Dagan to come down the middle.
Now Sampiwa needs to keep on that jab. He's been very short with the jab this evening. Nice defense there from Sampiwa. I'm liking the foot movements of Dagan though. He's keeping out of range really effectively. He's been using his feet just slightly better at this stage.
Winging with that hook as he flies in there in that last exchange. But then tightens up his left hook again, goes upstairs, goes downstairs, brings it back up again, making it quite a dynamic punch for him at the moment.
Beautiful work there. Call that inside boxing from Sampiwa. Just turned his man, almost a chopping right there.
Stay on him now. Stay on him. Again.
Well, that concludes yet another round of boxing where Sampiwa, the chain reaction conqueror, is fighting Garen Dagan in a really good contest right here. I'm just feeling that the energy levels are down from Sampiwa. We need to see a little bit more from him. He needs to bring a little bit more to this fight.
Sure thing, Eden. I mean, he said he's happy to be back on the big stage. Sampiwa and I had a conversation yesterday that he'd love to be back on the big stage, more so just to kind of get a feel if he can still do this thing, if the crowd likes him and if he's crowd pleasing in his performance. I think he is definitely crowd pleasing, but how he takes it after this is going to be an important thing to see how he goes moving forward from here.
Yeah, it's all about momentum and careers, right? So you're only as good as your last fights, and unless he turns this one round a lot, even if he does win, it's not going to be an impressive performance going into the next one. Maybe there is some rust.
Potentially. He's been around, he's been working for quite a while, Kongto days, but we don't ever, in this game, write anybody off.
He's not one of the most active fighters in the country, let's put it that way as well, so...
That's the thing.
To fight a young, hungry lion like Dagan.
This is no easy task, right?
No, not at all. Nice sneaky right there from Sampiwa. Most importantly, the timing aspect of this. You see Dagan triggering. There's an opportunity there because Dagan drops both hands when he throws the overhand. Step to the left, drop the right. Sounds simple. I know it's difficult, but I mean that's effectively what we're seeing out here. We have the privilege of seeing it from the outside. Sampiwa is in the war right now. Beautiful jab over the top right there. Oof, good work there from Dagan. The 1-2. Oh, from his stance, the 2-1. Great right hook there. Beautiful. A returned left hook there from Simpiwe.
It's good inside work happening right now, and both men, Simpiwe charging forward, and Dagon not taking a step back. So the punches are landing from both guys, and you know, it's really tactical matchup. They get broken again.
Laced uppercut there to the sternum. I feel like at times, you know, Simpiwe stepping straight into that left. You know, he's circling the wrong way at times. Circling straight into the left hand. It's a dangerous, dangerous ploy.
You see Dangar's got a big, big left hand on him as well. A strong young gentleman this is. You can see the physique as well as they're muscling each other here in front of us. Both guys using a lot of energy here.
A lot of energy, just as well, just into the latter part of this round, just becoming a little bit of a dirty fight. You know, guys are just holding, hitting, holding, hitting.
Now the referee's letting them punch and break out of the action themselves instead of jumping in and doing the work.
Well, Simpiwe just slipping there, but not looking great when he slipped. Well, he's backing up into the corner. This is not a good thing for Simpiwe. Is he hurt?
He might have got caught with a real punch there, and you see Dagon put in the onslaught.
And that's
there.
it. And the fight is over. You know, so he did get hurt there. What a result. Look at the celebration from Garen Diagan.
Yeah, big result from them, and they came out here and got the job done. We've got to give them a huge congratulations. You know, Kunko is no easy task, and the young man came out here tonight from the Philippines, managed to capture a victory in his favor and get the knockout.
Wow, it's a huge result for Garen Diagan from the Philippines. 9 wins and 3 losses now, adding a 5th stoppage to his record. To add a name like Simpiwe to your list, the harsh reality for Simpiwe is this the last time we see him in the ring?
Look, we're going to have to, I guess he's going to have to go back to the drawing board with his camp and just see and reassess on how they want to play it.
Well, let's have a look at that action replay right there on the slow-mo. You can see Simpiwe visibly going back towards the corner. He was hurt. He definitely was
hurt. And I want to see that punch prior to him going back to the corner. He fell quite flat on the canvas there. Almost not motivated in a way. So I'd like to see what land. I didn't see it land in real time.
Good stoppage there from referee Thabo Swampul. I think he stepped in at the appropriate time right there. A lot of damage was being taken.
Yeah.
He was out on his feet with Simpiwe there.
Yeah, I wasn't able to protect himself at the time. It was a good call from the referee.
A lot of respect shown there from Garen Diagan. Big result from him. We'd like to see him back in South Africa at some point. Definitely don't want to not see him back. You can see bringing in
family and friends.
All
the way from the Philippines to celebrate with Dagon. We've got to give him a round of applause, I guess. You know, it's a hard-sore one because Konko is our hometown gentleman. He's the smiling assassin, as we like to call him. You know, he's always come out and given us great performances. I don't think this is the end of his career. You know, he came up against a tough competitor, but we'll have to see. Like I said, go back to the drawing board, see where he's at. How does he feel? And you know, maybe come out again, take a shot at greatness.
You've got to take into account his age as well. You know, I mean, it's been hard enough to get fights for Simpiwe. Now, coming off a lost result, I mean, that sort of doesn't put him in a great spot, let's put it that way. Maybe it's not the end of the road, but he certainly didn't put on a good performance tonight, and it culminates in a stoppage loss.
Yeah, look, all the factors are going to have to be looked at for this potential comeback of Konko, the chain reaction. I love the fact that we've been able to say his name so many times, and he's come out here victorious a lot of the time. Tonight's not his night, but we've got to give favor to Dagan coming out here all the way from the Philippines and, you know, giving us a classy show in his own right.
Yep, that's what he did, exactly right there. You can see how happy the corner is of Dagan. You know, they've definitely come all the way here. They put in the preparation, they put in the time. and it's paid dividends. All right, let's head over to our ring announcer for the official time of the stoppage, Kotso Ramopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee Thabo Spampool stops this fight within the distance at the 7th round, declaring your winner, Garen Demi Press Diagan.
For him, a good result for his friends and family all the way back in the Philippines. They'll celebrate this late into the evening tonight. Of course, back here in South Africa, we have a disappointed Simpiwe chain reaction. Konko, he'll walk away from this fight not knowing that he probably didn't do his best or put in his best effort, but he's got some hard decisions to make. I'm sure him and his camp will be sitting down and talking about his foreseeable future.
Well, look, he doesn't have to hang his head in shame. He put on a performance ahead, and I think he just got outclassed by a stronger, more effective gentleman here. So that's all we can really say.
All right, well, effectively, we are heading over to some music from our DJ.
etimologo Sugela ntwe pasa solo mo God help, well just call me solo mo If you trippin', leave that bitch alone That's why you never catchin' this nigga sober Hot boxing till the city is over I'm never scared, got no pistol on me Grappa passa babalets Start rolling up the jets Grappa passa babalets Start rolling up the
Chase me. You got an ass so fat, let's make a baby. Damn, I'm smoking weed in my Mercedes. Hold up, these niggas broke, these niggas lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady. I'm in my brand new car, who wanna race? Oh, bitch, you ain't call my phone, so why you showing up? I'm taking them shots on my niggas, they loaded up. Man, on the low, all these OD, I get so material. Hold up, man, did you see her interior? Hold up, we the boys. Hold up, we the boys. Hold up, we making noise. Hold up, hold up.
Party at the beach down in Copacabana, sipping Gila Fish. Got my black yoga pants on. Me and Brittany, we've been down in Atlanta, sweating in the club. Call me Dirty Diana, flexing like a yogi. Drop it down with your hands up. Do a headstand, bend it back, put your legs up. I ain't got no worries, I'm my own private dancer. My own private dancer. Wanna last forever. I wanna dance on it. I wanna last forever. I wanna dance on it. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Let me see you do that yoga. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Let your booty do that yoga. Flex. Flex. Crown on my head, but the world on my shoulder. I too much a rebel, never do what I'm supposed to. Bend and never break it, baby. Watching, I'ma show ya. Stretching in my cash, got my money doing yoga. Sometimes I'm peachy, and sometimes I'm vulgar. Even when I sleep, I got one eye open. You cannot police me, so get off my area. fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. Little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make blood.
Yeah, don't need to do that road. Yeah, to do that road. Yeah, don't need to do that road. Yeah, to do that road. Yeah, don't need to do that road. Whoa, whoa, don't need to do that road. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Igu traffic, bankada, manko court, spati, alibasiela. Bugi trip yamta, bugi trip yamta. Ipana nembula mailinda kuthayela. Ingo so shunda, tabi mpakanya, pendulisela. Yeah. Mangfika ntombini, nginyeli kenje ngamafayela. Yeah. Mina ngilende ngaphakathi ngiyidose lami nje ngithi lesiwedwa usithathapi kalabafane Perry 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 kalabafane Perry
So I ball so hard, niggas wanna find me. But first, you gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, crazy. Y'all don't know that don't phase. And that's we go 0 for 82 when I look at you like you the gravy. Ball so hard, where? We ain't even Pope be here. Ball so hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair. Psycho, I'm libo to go Michael. Take your pick. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan. Game 6, ball so hard, got a broke clock. Rollies that don't tick-tock. All the Mars that's losing time. Hidden behind all these big rocks. Ball so hard, I'm shocked too. I'm supposed to be locked up too. You escape, but I escape. You be in Paris, get passed up too. Ball so hard, let's get faded. Liberties for like 6 days. Gold bottles, soul models. Spilling ace on my sick days. So ball so hard, behave. Just might let you meet gay. Shot towns, B-rolls, moving the next BK. Ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me.
That's crack. That's crack. That's crack.
Ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me.
That's crack. That's crack. That's crack. She said, yeah, can we get married at the mall? I said, look, you need to crawl for your come and meet me in the bathroom style and show me why you deserve to have it all.
Ball so hard.
That's crack. That's crack. Ain't it, Jay?
Ball so hard.
What she order? What she order? Fish fillet.
Ball so hard.
Your whip so cold. So cold. This whole thing.
Ball so hard.
Act like you ever be around like this a game. Who's your girl? Grab her hand. That bitch, she don't wanna dance. She's my friends, but I'm in France. I'm just saying, Prince Williams ain't do it right if you ask me. Cause I was him, I would've married Kate and Ashley. Was Gucci my was Louis my killer? Was drugs my dealer? What's that jacket, Margilla? Doctors say I'm the illest, cause I'm suffering from realness. Got my dappers in Paris, and they going gorillas, huh?
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
Gets the people going.
Ball so hard, gonna find me. Ball so hard, gonna find me.
Oh, you just bought a Benz, nigga, fuck that shit. Oh, you about to the club, pop bottles with your so-called friends, nigga, fuck that shit. Oh, you say you got chains, let me see them shits. Motherfucker, them links ain't real. See boys and bucks, we keep it standing. See some more, uzalang gengane. Actually, utumengan, le stala sako si tumengam, le patulako li tumengam. Boys and bucks, very macablan. Cause I'm a Jordan, we finish with that. Pop on my hits, studio mix, Panama show. Action you think in my yo, tanglin no silent bass. Action you think in my yo, this is my chin. Put them on this is a fix. Pop on my name, rockin' Italian gin, killing the scene. Wish you had seen what I sing. Open your eyes and maybe you see what I sing. Wish you had been where I've been. These motherfuckers, hey, I miss my nigga Brand Dash. I pray to God I really miss my nigga Brand Dash. Lord, I miss my nigga Brand Dash. I pray to God please bring me back my nigga Brand Dash. That motherfucker would have been boys and bucks. That fool, why? Fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice. And kiss the envoy. Fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice, fucking nice. And kiss the Arena. Okay, back.
Put you back in with them automatics, we gon' send them to heaven. Wait. Hey. Oh, you feeling sturdy, huh? Shake it. She like the way that I dance. She like the way that I move. She like the way that I rock. She like the way that I woo. And she let it clap for a nigga. And she throw it back for a nigga. Yeah, she throw it back for a nigga. Michael Mary. Billie Jean. Christian Dior. I'm up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours. She like the way I Michael Mary. Billie Jean. Christian Dior. I'm up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours. She like the way I When I walk in the spot, 30 on me. Buy at the club, niggas know that I'm paid. Bitch, I'm a thot. Get me lit, I can't fuck with these niggas cause niggas is gay. All in my page, sucking dick. All in my comments and screaming my name while I'm in the club. Throwing them hundreds and fifties and ones. I smoke, they know I'm wildin'. If I'm on the island, I'm snatching the cell. Brody got locked, the night is bail. Until he free, I'm raising hell. Tell my shooters call me FaceTime. For all the times we had to FaceTime. 3D nights, I do it state time. If you need the glizzy, you can take mine. Please don't play my tomorrow. You know I'm like that, I'll make a movie like TNT. Glock 30 on me, as you really want it. I bet I air it like DMB. Now the blue island in my section, and I keep that 38 for the weapon. Remember when I came home for correction? All the bad bitches in my direction. She like the way that I dance. She like the way that I move. She like the way that I rock. She like the way that I woo. And she let it clap for a nigga. And she throw it back for a nigga. Yeah, she throw it back for a nigga. Michael Mary. Billie Jean. Christian Dior. I'm up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours. She like the way I Michael Mary. Billie Jean. Christian Dior. I'm up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours. She like the way I
I came from nothing to something. Yeah. They used to say that I'm ugly, now they won't call me their husband. I got your on the knees doing that you wouldn't believe. She persists that you rolling with me. Que se bento can't say like it's D. You know I'm playing for keeps. Golden, magic, right hook, left foot when I'm in the doorways. Tragic, now I am. game on the knees and they begging me not to release, cause they know that I come with the heat of my pussy. I can like it feels 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 like the shit is a stilo. Yeah. Shout out to Jabba, cause goed man, un kitse mudilo.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence. Started not to give a fuck and stop fearing the consequence. Drinking every night because we drink to my accomplishments. Faded way too long, I'm floating in and out of consciousness, and they saying I'm back. I'd agree with that. I just take my time with all this shit. I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off, ooh, I needed that. And they wanna see me pick back up, well, where'd I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that. Tuck my napkin in my shirt cause I'm just mobbing like that.